Welcome everybody to another episode of LEGO Lord of the Rings, and today things are gonna get a little bit complicated. Now, there's a slight problem with Amon Hen here, that in which it is the first chapter, at least of the order we're doing it, where we actually have to have some mithril items in order to collect all the Minikits, and since we're doing this all in one run, I need to forge them ahead of time. However, one of the items we need, as you can see now, we actually have the blueprint unlocked already. I have done that off screen already, just before this. It is the Mithril Rope, which we are going to need. So therefore I had to get it, obviously, before. But there's two other mithril items we're going to need, so we're going to head to Bree and we're going to forge those right now. Okay, so now that we're in Bree, let's make our way over to the Blacksmith down in the corner here. Now we already have, thankfully, the designs for the items we're gonna need. There we go. Now get on the circle. There we go. So one thing we're gonna make is obviously the Mithril Bow, which is the one I just described, and I'll show you exactly where the blueprint is as well. So the design is in Amon Hen itself. The other one we're going to make is the Mithril Shockwave Axe, which the design is in the prologue. We've already gotten that one. And the other one is the Mithril Cluster Bow as well, which we got in the Pass of Kadaras. Any bow will do. This is just one of them I happen to have, because Frodo cannot be switched out of the first sequence of Amon Hen, so we need these items in order to get all the Minikits. So I'm going to spend a few minutes forging those three items real quick, and I'll meet you at the beginning of Amon Hen. Alrighty, so our first sequence begins with Frodo here, and the only actual character you can switch to is Sam, which actually triggers the next sequence, which is why we need all those mithril items, because you cannot do this sequence with any other character but Frodo, even in free play. So if you have not already gotten the trophy in story mode from this chapter, you can obtain one by finishing this sequence as Frodo without getting caught by Boromir, which is a pretty easy feat to do, because as long as you don't stand in the foliage he's standing in, you will not get caught. Why would you want to do that, huh? Why would you want to do that? We're supposed to be trying to get away from him, and here we are chasing him instead. Logic, damn you! Alright, that'll target the camera bypass. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, we have a random man to threaten. Alright, so let's sort of hop down. First we're going to build this, just to get it out of our way, because the build and the treasure trove button are the same button. So let's get our Mithril Bow. And despite the awkward angle, we're going to shoot this target. That hits one of 6 statues we're going to have to hit throughout the chapter in order to get a mini-kit. There are 3 in this segment and 3 in the next with the other party. So we have to take all chapter to get this thing down. So let's pick up our rock and let's throw it at the hand. Yes, that is a hand, and I didn't realize that until I actually looked at it, because you kind of knock his fingers over. I always just thought it looked like some random rock. But what remains of that now random rock, we're going to knock that down, because there is a pretty little mini-kit behind it. Hooray! So let's knock the statue over. That's way too big for us. Must be hollow on the inside. Alright. Keep on trucking. Get these random studs while we can. Of course, we can't just jump over that log. So we have another target right here, which also contains a statue, which is number 2. So we're going to knock everything over and create the parts for our catapult. Our invisible catapult, which we will be visible momentarily. How Boromir would be able to see this thing, I do not understand. But then again, he's not looking for a catapult. He's looking for Frodo and that ring. Frodo, you missed! You missed! He was 10 feet in front of you! Not even 10. Yes, run toward the direction of the rock, Boromir, not the direction from whence it came, and hit you. Logic. Alright, so we're not close enough for that yet. Nope. Ignore that target for the time being. We're gonna get that in just a second. Now, occasionally in story on free play here, I have heard Boromir actually speak this, like the lines he speaks when you hit him. Normally in free play, and for some reason, sometimes he doesn't. So hitting that target releases the rock that we threw from the catapult. Do not stand in its path because it will run you over and hit you, and it will hurt and kill you. Thankfully, this game is very kind when it comes to death, and you just lose some studs, most of which you can easily recoup. And it is kind of funny to see, but you just might want to watch out for that. So let's rebuild the catapult and launch that thing again. Which knocks down a Minikit for us. Awesome. Now I have to walk all the way back over there again. It's alright though. It's okay. Sam's just waiting on that beach for you, Frodo. Alright, so that's 2 Minikits. Frodo can just sneak a little faster here. That would be nice. You're invisible, okay? Just pointing that out right now. If you're worried about being heard, well, you should have thought about that before you beat the crap out of a rock and made a lot of noise with it, alright? Yes, I'm making fun of game logic and, well, plot logic a lot in this, but you know what? We need to talk about something while we're doing this. See, we're even scaring off the crows. So let's get our purple stud up here, because why not? It's a free purple stud. I'm just going to shoot right in here. Apparently there's a pathway underneath and a little ladder coming up to this, because how else would this work? So our third statue for this sequence is right here. You don't want to miss that. So let's smash a bunch of rocks. Get a throwable rock, because only rocks with a certain shape are throwable in this game. And let's knock that down. Yeah, see, he doesn't speak. And I don't quite understand why. I have, in a practice run, did hear him speak previously, even in free play. I'm not sure why he doesn't. But oh well. But it would actually help if I pressed the button to select that. So here's where we need our Mithril Rope. And I love how it just shoots us up there. So let's jump on the edge where we have a cracked block, which is why we need the axe. Which is not over here, it's over here. So let's bust that open. And we get an item for that. As we bust the keystone and hurt ourselves, but that's alright. We have a stop sign. We're gonna go around, we're gonna mess up traffic with this thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna be real rebels. But first... No! Didn't you see my stop sign, Sauron? No! You cannot have my piece of shiny jewelry. No! It's as big as my hand, but I want it. It fits on my hand just fine. No, you can't have it. No, get away. No. Oh, hey, Frodo. How you doing? Alright, so we have a bunch of things to do on this beach here. Now, we don't actually need that torch that we normally would need, because Sam, with this trusty tinderbox, can light this on fire all by himself. But we're just going to burn it just because we have Sam selected already, so we might as well. Alright. Let's yank that down. We'll take care of that in a second. I'm gonna dig this up. We have an egg! Okay. Apparently we're gonna make some breakfast. Alright, whatever. So now we're gonna switch to Aragorn, briefly. There's 4 statues made of Morgul blocks that we're gonna need to destroy. That is the first. So let's get Gandalf in here for one of the biggest pain in the butt segments in this. Basically, with these little pieces right here, we need to recreate this statue. We're going to make a little twin for it. But there is a slight problem in that sometimes it likes to grab the big piece, which is supposed to be on top, and place it on the bottom. And it is a pain in the butt to get it off once that happens. It's not permanently on there, so if you accidentally do that, put the top piece on the base there, what you want to do is you want to hit it, and then you should be able to select it to get it off. Because there is a little bit of a problem with the game once you put it on the wrong slot, not letting you select it to get it off. But I've discovered if you kind of hit it, it can absolve that problem a little bit. Just in case you run into that. So we have a tomato. Surprisingly, that platform is a little tricky to jump on, but it's alright, we got it. So I'm going to switch to you briefly, because I'm going to need Sam again in a moment anyway. We have an orange handle there. And we need our berserker, but first... oh, fine. We have a statue we need to hit. That is the first in the other sequence of 3 we need to take care of. Sam, you need to go in here. There is a pile of dirt we need to dig up. With a fish. Okay. Now, the ghost actually is sitting on a chest there that has a treasure chest item. Basically, this pot of stuff, which is the same recipe in Weatherprop, by the way, is what he wants, even though there's no kind of thought bubble above his head or anything that kind of indicate to you that that's what he needs. Why a ghost would want that, I don't even know, because he's a ghost. So I have a little problem for that reason with that segment, but basically that's what you do. So we have another one of those we need to break. No, we didn't need to do that jump shot, but I felt it was necessary anyway. Alright, so now that we've taken care of stuff on the beach, now we can finally continue. So let's get Legolas up in here. No, you're not Legolas. And jump up there. We don't actually need to get them across. If you get far enough, they'll probably eventually follow you. Even if they don't, if you just switch to another character at the top and then Legolas back at the bottom there, you can bypass that area without having to build the springboard. So we have another statue here. Number 5. Number 5 is alive. No, he's not anymore because I just whacked him to death. Even if he wasn't already dead by nature of being a statue. Alright. So let's get up here. We have another one of these fancy smanchy things we need to attack with our glow-in-the-dark sword. Now it is possible to get up that cliff with just the small pillar, which we're going to build right now as Legolas. Unfortunately, you need to push that top one down in order to crush the tiles it's on to push the smaller one over there. But since you have to jump up there anyway to destroy the mortal statue, it doesn't really save any time. And besides, we need this tall one here to get something else up there. So we need to shove that in the corner first. So as much as it would save time in a run to even just get the blueprint, which we still haven't gotten to yet. Not you! You! So let's jump up here. We actually have a bar we can leap to, and a Minikit is hiding behind it. It's very easy to miss, so yeah, we can just take the smaller one and just leap up there. Not gonna bother smacking these bushes because all the studs are just gonna roll downhill anyway. Break that open. Thank you! So let's get Sam, who is still hiding all the way back here. That's alright. We'll make him Legolas and we'll catch up. It's quite alright. Occasionally it will change the character for you, and sometimes it just doesn't, and you have to stop twerking on there! Glitches are fun. They can be annoying, but they can also be fun. Alright, now we're going to switch to Sam. And yank that baby down. So we can build our arrow post. And then Frodo, we need you, buddy, with your stop sign. Let's Excuse me, sir. Get out of here. Why he takes like 8 hits to kill, I don't know, and I just punched him in the stomach. Did you just see that? So anyway, behind there, we have another Minikit. Elvish friend, I need you again, buddy. So let's leap on up here, and we have 2 final Minikits in this area. One of which involves breaking down our 4th and final statue. And our 6th and final statue for the other thing. So we should have 7 Minikits so far, so we are good. Now I want to... Alright, fine, I'll build you because you're in my way. But I don't actually need my other character up here. Oh, you're gonna make me follow the path, aren't you? It's actually gonna make me follow the correct path. Even though I know exactly where I need to go. Let me go behind the bush. There we go. Alright. So we have another trophy opportunity here, which again, I've already managed to complete. This is one of the 2 chapters in the game where you can slaughter Uruk like crazy. And by killing 42 of them, you actually get a, as Legolas, by the way, you get a trophy for that. I've already completed that objective in Helm's Deep, which they are in infinite quantity. But if you have not done that in either story mode of either of those two chapters, well, you have an opportunity to rank up your kill count here. I'm just using Legolas because he has a ranged attack, so... wow, I thought they would have killed me! I was actually kind of hoping that would happen because that would be stupid and funny. But nope, I clipped right through it because I'm awesome. Would you die, please, sir? Thank you. So let's get our berserker friend here. Blow up that pillar. No, not the guy, the pillar. Thank you. Because we have a treasure item, our 3rd and final one. Which it somehow didn't actually, Ew. Chapter has glitched out on me, guys. Yeah, because it's supposed to tell me that I got the item, which I clearly did, because it's in my hand. It is the Uruk sword, which is actually not in my inventory here. Wow, okay. But yeah, you saw that orange glow. It's in my hand. I technically have it. I will have to redo this chapter off screen again and fix that. But yes, that little orange glow is the Uruk sword, which is the 3rd treasure in this area. Wow! Game, you are really glitching out on me, aren't you? Dang. It really doesn't like me today. Now it's actually impossible to see. Actually, I didn't want to open you. I wanted to open you. Yeah, see? It's showing there that I got the item. See? That's the 3rd treasure item in here. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm not recording this chapter again, though, by the way. I already screwed this one up, and I had to redo it from the start. We're not doing that again. Alright, sorry about that. The cat actually jumped on my lap, so what we need to do is we need to go down this little portal, this pathway right here, which is kind of hard to see. Sam, I need you, buddy. Yank that down for me, would you? Alright, Legolas, get your butt in here. And shoot that target, despite the awkward angle. I'm going to build a platform there. Smash that open on you. Hello, dead guy. Let's leap on up here. And go up here. Now we need to switch to Sam again. No. Well, that works too. Let that on fire, would you, buddy? I see that purple stud over there teasing me. Well, how did that happen? Sam, you're not supposed to stand in your own fire. I didn't even move. That was bullcrap. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. What, you're not gonna let me jump up there? Fine. Fine, fine, fine. I will get you to jump up there. So let's use our brain to smash that open. Legolas now has a headache, but it's okay because he's an elf. He's long-lived. He'll get over it. Yeah, so we can actually get the studs there by going on the edge, but it's okay. We don't actually need to do that. They're just there teasing us. Alright. So now let's actually complete the chapter as was intended. Even though we're not gonna get the, no, actually, I was supposed to switch the other character to Legolas, not Gimli. No, you! Thank you! This chapter has been full of mishaps. Holy god, crap. So I'm gonna bust you open, and then we're gonna switch back to Sam and finish what we started with growing this flower over here so we can get the mini kit. Oh, we got a new trophy! Don't tell the elf. That is for, I think it's 40 times for throwing Gimli. I didn't think we'd acquire that here, but we did. Okay, all the more reason I cannot actually redo this chapter recording, because I will not actually unlock that anymore because of the autosave. Alright, so now in our final sequence here, we need to actually start this as normal. I don't know why it didn't properly save the 2 treasure items I got. Alright, so the Blacksmith blueprint, which we've already gotten, is in that statue right there. Thankfully it still stays there, so that's the one for the Mithril Rope, which we obviously needed for this chapter. So yeah, so the game makes you go through this chapter at least twice. Granted, you can actually get that one in story mode, which, had I realized at the time that it was actually going to be needed in this individual chapter, I would have gotten story mode in the darn first place. Go through the passage, sir. Alright, in the third sequence here, we can actually do some stuff to get our last items. We will not be needing that springboard for one. First, I'm gonna murder everybody. Give me back my buddy! He still has yet to pay me for that gardening work. Alright, so no, actually we do need Sam first. Because we have a rope post we need to pull down. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait. Pulling magic rope post down. Alright, so let's gonna reveal a target. There are 6 of them, and they are all scattered along the edges here. And they do not actually appear within shootable range until you pull that post down with Sam. There was one right here. Apparently I must have shot it backwards behind me, but you look in this spot and it's like around here-ish or so. There's a target, which apparently I already somehow shot. No, get up there and shoot the last one. Thank you. So we get our 10th and final mini kit for that. So now we can go ahead, now that we supposedly have everything. Again, I don't know why it didn't actually save the final 2 treasures in the kit, even though they're in my inventory. I don't know why I didn't do that, but for all intents and purposes, you saw where they were. I'll have to go back across screen and re-get those so they count. So what do we got for our mini kit this time? What do we have? I hate how it actually doesn't even tell you what the heck they are, because some of these things I'm like, what is that? Huh. And it only actually counted the arrow helmet. That is really bizarre, because I had the stop sign in my hand, and I had the Uruk sword on my berserker, but it only counted the arrow helmet. I have no idea why it did that. But anyway, obviously we didn't get the mithril brick for the, I'm just going to talk through this loading screen, I don't care, for the Blacksmith the Dime, because I previously got that off screen already and showed you where it was. And we're missing the one for the treasure trove items, but you've already seen where those 3 are, so I'm going to have to re-get that off screen. I don't know why the game glitched like that. I am having so much trouble with that chapter today. It has been terrible. So next time, we're actually going to take on, get the treasures sitting in and around this lovely mapstone area here. So I'm sorry about the random issues in this chapter. I don't know why it was so terrible. But thank you for watching anyway, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we have less problems. See you later.